we're not here looking for something that allows us to survive. We're looking here for something that allows us to thrive. We want to see innovation that deals with the problem and builds us a new future that's green and prosperous, and it is really an economic opportunity, an opportunity for innovators, an opportunity for young people. The 4 that we're going to see here today, I think this is a great start in terms of the way that we want to go, but we're very ambitious about this. So if there are any entrepreneurs or innovators out there, we want to be hearing from you too. I'm going to listen to the presentations with interest, and good luck, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Louise, for joining us. You should know that UNCCD and the Global Mechanism launched last year a program called Desatec Grey Greenwald Innovators. And some of the innovators speaking today were part of this program and developed solutions in partnership with Israeli companies to solve the most pressing issues in terms of land and drought and energy access to in the Sahel and Grey Greenwald. Do we have any video? Yeah. So maybe we are going to start. Malvina. So we have next. So for UNCCD, as you may know, UNCCD is a United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. It is composed of more than 193 countries over the world, and we are supporting those countries in solving SDG 15.3. However, countries alone cannot do everything. We need private sector, we need innovators, investors to come on board and solve and offer solutions. That's why we are here today. And we are very happy to welcome our first innovator, Omar Cissé. The floor is yours. You have 3 minutes, and after Omar's presentation, you will have the opportunity to assess his project. Good luck, Omar.
Thanks. Should I stay? Oh. Hello, everyone. So my name is Omar Cissé from Mauritania. All right. So Seed Ball project is actually, it's not a project. It's actually a participative project where actually we have a vision of a green vision, like more sustainable future. And this is a method where we use like seed balls as is encapsulating, like where we use like seeds and mix it with soil and compost, make it as a ball, and when we throw it to the land, and with the time it will be at the at the sleeping mode, and when the rain comes, it will start to grow. So like let's imagine a world where all of us like we are participating in a green project where community leaders can participate, individuals can participate, all the organization they can come and build like more sustainable future by using seed balls. So seed balls, it's simple. Is actually versatility project where all the community leaders, as I can say, and also very simple. So what we use like indigenous seeds, like non-timber products, especially in Mauritania, we use like a non-timber product. Most of local women are focusing on non-timber product. So we use those seeds and also put them into the seed ball, and after that put them into different packages, and those communities, they can throw it, and even individual, just like coming from A to B, just like you want to go from like point A to B, you just buy like maybe 10 of seed balls. On your way, you can just throw it, and when the rain comes, it will start to grow. It's simple. So we have been starting our prototype in the rural area in Mauritania last year, and it went well. So now we have also working on how to use our germination process to be more faster, because we have a process to make like the seeds more to germinate more faster than the usual normal seeds. So this project include like local women into the area, because they collect seed for us, and also at the same time all the community and also individuals, even any organization who want to actually to reduce their carbon like offset, they can just boil the seeds and also throw to the land. And also it's very rich, it's very nutrient seed ball because it helps like to regenerate the land, and also when the rain comes directly, it starts to germinate. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you very much for this first innovation. So we have a poll so you can tell us what you thought about this project. You can scan with your phone this QR code. It will lead to a Slido webpage where you will find several questions. So, up. Okay. Malvina, is the Slido on? Yes, it's on. Perfect. Good. So, what is the first question, please? Yeah. So the first question rates the innovativeness of this idea from 1 to 5. So we leave you a few more seconds to answer.
And then the second question is rate the usefulness of this innovation. And we have a smiley faces.
We give you a few more seconds before the third question.
And the last question is open question. And perhaps we can maybe spend like maybe 1 minute.
Yeah.
Are you interested to collaborate with this innovator?
Wonderful. Is there any feedback in the room before we go to our next speaker? Yeah, please, Louise.
I'm interested in the business plan
Yeah,
behind it. What's the plan?
the mic.
Sorry. Normally my voice is loud enough to carry.
But for people online.
Oh, for people online. Sorry, people online. I'm interested in the business plan behind it. Technically, it sounds really cool. Can you tell me what your ambitions are with the program? Thank you.
All right. It's actually, as I said, like it's a participative program, project. Yes, okay. As I said, like it's a participative project, so we just produce a lot of seed balls and put them in different, in different packages. In different, also depend on how many packages, like just like as you maybe UNCC or maybe any project, you just want like bring you like maybe 50 kg of seed balls. You want to actually to bring maybe you want to plant tree in certain area. So we have actually different. We have 4 different species of seeds. So we just kind of like provide you the seeds, and also you will be the one planting it. And also individuals, they can also buy it, and also when they travel, they can just also throw. So it's just like that's actually how we will make money. Yeah.
Sorry, got another question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be interested to know whether you also follow up to get an idea of survival rates of the trees that people are planting.
Yeah, definitely. So we were actually, the first thing when we were doing the prototype, we were working on the survival, like the germination rate, because it was, in the beginning, it was very hard. So when we had like a partnership with one organization, like how they can improve our seed to have more germination rate more faster, so they brought it like into like 60 to 70%. Well, like it's still, we are still actually processing it. So as I said, we are in the prototype phase. So yeah, we still need more to actually to how to use like the germination rate to be more, because you can just throw the seed and it will stay there. So what we want, like, because at the end we need to monitor and evaluate how actually where we throw the seed by using drone or by using any hand. So yeah, that's actually a thing. Yeah. Thanks.
Any more questions from the floor? Okay, I think.
Thank you very much, Omar. And of course, we know that Mauritania has severe desertification issues. So we need solutions that can provide at scale. Thank you very much for this, for your presentation. Our next speaker is Mrs. Moliehi Mafantiri. Welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me. My name is Mudema Fantiri. I come from Lesotho. Lesotho is a small landlocked country in southern Africa. We are, most unfortunately, very heavily affected by climate change. So currently there was a heat wave, and now we're looking at very heavy rainfall. We also seem to be suffering quite heavily from soil erosion as well. You will see in the picture, before I speak about my project, that we shot the campaign in an area that has been affected by soil erosion, just to bring this topic to forth. So, to speak more about my actual project, I am the co-founder of a sustainable homeware brand called Baradi. Baradi means daughters in the Sesotho language. What we do is we work with female artisans to create rugs and throws made out of wool and mohair. These are handmade by our artisans. Everything is done locally, and we export to sustainable marketplaces in the global north. When we talk about climate change, I know that the first thing that comes to mind is not usually the textile industry, but this is because the textile industry has been lucky to get away unscathed, where their contributions to carbon emissions is involved, because we're looking at an industry that contributes higher than the aviation and shipping industry to carbon emissions. And petrochemicals are, in fact, in every single thing that we wear. It's not a matter of fossil fuels are being used to produce energy. Fossil fuels we are wearing things made out of fossil fuels. And so our solution to what we see to be a very detrimental industry is to promote sustainable practices by using natural fibers, which would be the locally sourced wool and mohair in Lesotho. Lesotho is a leading exporter of mohair on the continent. And so we are very lucky to have noticed that it's possible to make, or rather to have a business model that is far more sustainable than your typical textile business would be. Because you see that the carbon emissions that are associated with textile industries are due to the lengthy supply chain. However, if we do everything locally, whereas we are collecting our wool and mohair from our farmers, and then our artisans are themselves weaving the wool and mohair into thread to create the products, and then we package them out of canvas-made bags, again made locally. That is far more sustainable. Additionally, our products are all inspired by Basotho cultures. So you would see on the right, the far right, a rug that has a black and white pattern. It's in fact inspired by the initiation of young women that they go through, and they have to wear a beaded veil. Then we have the second big rug, which indicates a mural art. I know Lesotho is not well known for mural art in Southern Africa. You'd more likely think about South Africa. However, the reason why I mention this is because not only are we trying to be more sustainable, we are trying to promote cultural continuity. A lot of these practices, a lot of our designs, and a lot of our artistic value is being lost over time as we become more and more modern. So this is something that we are very intentional to promote in our products, especially when we are sending them across the world. So this might bring me to the end of my presentation. I just want to, again, highlight that it's important for us to promote sustainable homeware brands, because the textile industry is very close to having its own reckoning, because we need to confront the issue that climate change is a problem that's being affected by multiple industries, not just one or two. Thank you. Oh, okay, last thing, you can find us on www.gironabaradi.com. It's in the corner there. And you can find me afterwards.
Thank you so much, Moliehi, for your pitch. And we go to the questions. So please take your phones again. The QR code will appear on the screen, so you can scan it. And the first question, as previously. Rate the innovativeness of this idea from 1 to 5. We are giving you 15 seconds. Yeah. Actually, Lesotho is dominated by large rangelands and grass areas, and those areas are quite degraded. Mohair is coming from very cute Angora goats, if I am correct, Molehi. And UNCCD is actually supporting rangelands areas because in 2026 it will be the International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralists. So Moliehi, we can only invite you to join us in our efforts with countries, and because, as you said, we need more sustainable value chains and a better management of animals, herds in those rangelands areas, and your project is definitely a solution. Can we go to the next question? Let's go. Next question. Rate the usefulness of this innovation from 1 to 5. Few seconds. Lesotho is also part of the new Great Green Wall initiative in the Southern Africa that was announced a few days ago by heads of states of Angola, Eswatini, and Zimbabwe. And as you may know, this area is composed of 16 countries, which is a SADC area, SADC region, and they want to achieve a lot by restoring several hundreds of millions of degraded lands altogether. Can we go to the next question? So actually the next question, as you know now, is open. Are you interested to collaborate with this innovator? If yes, please provide your email address. Wonderful. Are there any questions in the room for Moliehi? Louise, go ahead.
Thank you. Fantastic presentation. I'm sure I'd like a rug at some point. Question: what kind of how are you engaged with the animals? Are you working with the animals at all and with the herders at all, or are you just, how are you sourcing the mohair? And again, how ambitious are you going to be with this business plan?
Okay, I think I'll answer your second question first, and then that way. So the plan, our business plan currently is to scale up our business. So at this current stage, it's quite small, but we would really like to have our own workshop, which would allow us to have more weavers. So this primarily would also feed back into our goal of cultural continuity. Like I mentioned, this is a skill that is dying out. So if we can have our master weavers, who are predominantly old, teaching younger weavers in our workshop, then we'd be able to not only perpetuate cultural continuity, but we could also produce more products, right? And be able to have more impact. So how are we working with the animals? We don't, unfortunately, work with them directly. We deal with the people who are selling the mohair and wool themselves. So they have an arrangement with our weavers, which allows them to get the wool and mohair at a different price.
Thank you so much. Yeah, another question?
Any other questions?
No.
No?
Perfect. Our next speaker is Usman Mohamed. Please, come on the stage. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. Our project is as simple as ABCD. We call it Bulbula. Bulbula in Hausa means water hole. And this is an irrigation pumping machine that was designed 100% using 100% locally available materials with few of the engines and the solar panels being imported. And so this system is a game changer for the agricultural industry, especially restoration, and also putting farmers as climate resilient. Then we have the product has like an unbeatable price, because so far from what we have during our marketing, we have discovered that this product is the cheapest so far because of its uniqueness, and it's also solar powered autonomy. It doesn't need much of fossil fuel. It needs solar and some battery systems. And it also, a farmer can just own it and go on its own. So it's, it needs less monitoring. And also, it's durable because what we realize with this system is that it can serve a farmland like half a hectare to 1 hectare. Our first design, our first model was the first one by the right. Then the second model is the one handling. This was a farmer that bought our products last August. And this system is scalable and also adaptable. A farmer can buy more than one machine, can own it in the different parts of his farmlands. And we have future ambitions for this very product. What we are trying to do in the future is to design an AI system that can use algorithms and sensors so that your farm can know if the water is enough or you need more water and the seeds are germinating or they are not and the rest. So as well as a mobile applications, a farmer can know his data from his home without even coming to the farm. So to the best of my knowledge, this product is going to be a game changer in terms of improving livelihoods for those rural farmers and also mitigating poverty and also contribute towards climate resiliency among rural smallholder farmers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman, for this presentation. We'll go directly to the questions. Now you know how it works. You scan the QR code, and we go to the first question. Rate the innovativeness of this idea from 1 to 5. So let's take a few seconds. Nigeria is one of the most populated, is the most populated country in Africa. So, of course, food security is clearly an issue. And so Usman is providing an idea, a proposition to scale his solution and to address the needs. Nigeria is also touched by desertification and drought because of as a result of land degradation. And it is part of the Great Green Initiative of the Sahel and Sahara, too. Should we go to the next question? Next question is, rate the usefulness of this innovation from 1 to 5. Let's take a few seconds. So people online can also join us by using this slido.com link, and the number is 5648484. So you can have access to the poll and vote with us. Let's go to the next question. The last question is, are you interested to collaborate with this innovator? If yes, please provide your email address. Wonderful. Is there any questions for Usman? Go ahead. Louise. You're very inspired today. Thank you so much.
I'm very difficult and ask lots of questions, sorry. Where are you manufacturing it? What capacity have you got to manufacture? And what's the kind of level of demand? What's the level of demand that you're seeing?
Sorry. So we have a workshop in Sokoto. Is the northwest part of Sokoto State is part of the 11 desert prone line states in Nigeria, and mostly we produce smaller number of these products based on demand from farmers. We have over 38 million farmers, smallholder farmers in Nigeria, but those that are really interested in irrigation are more than 10 million. So there are huge demands because we have been receiving calls from different parts of the country asking for these products. So it has a very marketable, it's a very marketable concept, and once we get this scale off by producing much more of these products, we will have market penetration. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Osman, for this great idea. Our next and last speaker, but not the least, of course, Colette Benoudi from Chad. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Colette Benoudi from Lead Chad. Lead is a non-profit organization that specializes in the field of rural development, land degradation, sure. And the Lead Chad prides itself as a platform for resilience and literacy program and dissemination of good agricultural practice at the grassroots levels. So what we need to do with my partners, Innovation Africa and another NGO in Chad, is bringing people from arid to abundant project by announcing water project and in rural area in Chad. Why? Because as you can see, in Chad, 54% of the population lacks access of water service. 1.5 million are in danger of severe hungers. These conditions are exacerbated by frequent droughts, insufficient rainfall, and limited water source. And sometimes we have too much water, like inundation. Chad is one of the sunniest countries, but no energy efficient solution. So we need to do this because we need really to build smart, energy smart communities in Chad. Yeah, and so we can improve agricultural production. We can bring up income generation and nutrition intake on the family level. On the social and environmental level, this project can lead people to access to clean energy water, and we will bring literacy program to access to climate information and overthink, and light for literacy among women and young adults. So the project will create jobs for local community workers and project manager, in addition to staff, local contractors as hired to supply services, equipment for local vendors. So this is the synoptic of project we need to do, but I have my whole presentation. And I'm frank speaking, so that is why. Merci. Et s'il y a des questions.
D'accord. Merci beaucoup, Colette, pour votre pitch. Donc, let's go to the last poll. For the first question, again, rate the innovativeness of the idea from 1 to 5. You have few seconds. Great. Second question, rate the usefulness of this innovation from 1 to 5. And for the last question, are you interested to collaborate with this innovator? If yes, please leave your email address. Access to basic drinking water services in Chad is quite low, 43%, and access to sanitation is only 10%. Less than 1 in 2 children has access to water, drinkable water, drinking water in the country, while only 1 in 10 has access to improved sanitation. So there is definitely a need for solutions, frugal innovations, to be scaled up. Is there any questions for Colette? Yeah. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you. Hi, Colette. I think I perhaps didn't quite understand what you're planning to do. Can the energy, I totally agree with you on the importance of access to energy, particularly in water environments. And when you're restoring the land, if you restore the land, we grow more. But if we can't do anything with it, if we can't process it or we can't refrigerate it, it gets a bit wasted, yeah? So can you talk me through what the actual plan is on the ground? What would I see on the ground to make the energy and water situation better? Can you just explain that to me? Thank you.
Yeah, OK. Je réponds en français.
Oui, oui, je vais traduire.
OK. Au niveau de la zone rurale, nous voulons faire des petites transformations post-récolte pour les femmes. Et ça, nous voulons le faire avec des équipements, avec de l'énergie renouvelable. Nous voulons aussi faire les cuisines solaires. Nous avons pris des contacts avec le biodigesteur, les fabricants des biodigesteurs qui étaient très intéressés pour nous livrer des biodigesteurs pour donner la fertilisation dans l'agriculture aux femmes. Et comme les femmes sont tellement occupées le matin, nous voulons de la lumière le soir parce que notre programme d'alphabétisation, après leur travail, 18h à 18h, nous voulons implémenter ce programme d'alphabétisation pour les adultes, les femmes et les jeunes adultes. Donc voilà ce qui est nécessaire pour avoir l'énergie dans ces zones arides.
You got it. Merci beaucoup, Colette, pour votre intervention. Donc voilà, vous avez... sorry. So now you know our 4 innovators for today at COP28 on the Land and Drought Pavilion. They are from Chad, Nigeria, Lesotho, Mauritania. And we will discover the results of our poll. Yeah.
Actually, we have some questions from the online audience, and maybe, Sarah, you can... I'm happy to ask before we jump into the results. So the question is to Omar, and the person wants to know, I would like to know more of what that seed ball is made up of.
Oh, yeah, okay, thanks. So the seed ball is made of compost, soil, and clay, which we will be like making as a ball, and we put the seed inside. So I don't know, maybe like we were just allowed to have one slide, but I have like more pictures for that one, which explain like, as you can see, this ball is actually made of clay, compost. Like we actually recycle like food waste and make it as a compost and put it. And also we put inside the seeds. We can put 2 seeds. It depends on how like the large seed it is. And we put, and after that at the end, at the top, we put charcoal. So charcoal, sometimes we don't put charcoal, but like when we put charcoal, because it's just to avoid like insect and also other animals to just, to take it. So that's what we do. And yes, so that's actually the main stuff, the main actual rich nutriment we put inside. Yeah.
Thank you. And I know that we touched base on that, but maybe you want to add something on the business plan behind this innovation.
All right. So as I said, like it's a participative project, which everyone can participate in it. So we include like people who are interested about how they can come and just buy those type of packages of seeds. And because we are planning maybe to expand, like we are planning to operate like in the rural area where we will just produce all the seeds and bring it to the capital city where people will buy the seed when they are going to the rural area. They can just okay. And also approach organization if they want to actually restore land by using seed balls. Especially for the past few years, Mauritania, we have been doing restoration by using seed, just with the plain, just throwing seed. But like having that component like soil and compost with it, it actually give more, and people will be more interested about buying those packages and just to reduce their carbon footprint. Yeah. So.
Thank you. Now the question to Usman. Are you connect with other young people who provide solar panel solutions?
Yeah, we do engage with young people, especially we have these volunteering activities in our own organization that we engage them actively through capacity building, and we also organize workshops that we bring them on board. So there are other opportunities that we engage youth to come in contact with all these technologies and the rest.
Thank you. And the follow-up, where it is produced, where you have your, I guess, production happening.
Is in Sokoto State in northwestern Nigeria.
Thank you. And the last question is to Malahi. I would like to see this innovation, how it can be used other than just art pieces.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, I would have liked to see this innovation, how it can be used other than just art piece.
Okay, they're not necessarily art pieces because they are homeware. So I'm not sure how to answer the question.
Perhaps maybe if you can provide like practical implementation of your product, maybe this will guide the question and the answer.
Okay. So currently, rugs and throws are sold at sustainable marketplaces, and so then they can be used, for different functions in the home.
Thank you. And I also have a comment. This is so important for women empowerment in Lesotho.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Sarah, I think we are ready to announce the results. So please just give me 1-2 minutes. I just want to be sure that I have the latest version of it, and we will announce that.
Actually, if I may, Malvina, I have the result. So, thank you so much for attending today. And today, the one who got the best rate of regarding innovation and usefulness was Omar. So, Omar Sissé, congratulations. All of you are having great solutions to solve the most pressing issues in your countries and in the world. As part of UNCCD's programs for innovation, we have the Desertec Great Green One Innovation Program, and we are continuously following your work and trying to connect it to countries' strategies and programs to transform your pilot innovations into scalable ones. Thank you so much for being there today. May I ask you to tell us more about how EU is acting in the field of innovation, Niklas? Would you like to come on stage? Yeah, thank you.
This is how it happens at COP. You see people in the crowd and then they get called on stage. Maybe just to quickly introduce myself, I'm Niklas Koppmann. I work for the European Commission, which is the executive of the European Union. And we're responsible, among a lot of other things, for managing the European Union's aid budget. So very much involved, obviously, in the conversation that we were having today. And I just wanted to, say to the four of you that, first of all, I have a lot of respect that you are your own bosses. because it can be quite simple to have a boss that tells you what to do. I think, to wake up every morning and to think about, where we're going to take this project next, what's needed, right? It requires a lot of energy to be that creative on a daily basis. So I just wanted to say I have a lot of respect for you, and I think what you're doing, all four of you, even though we went through a rating, I think each of the innovations that you have in their own right are fantastic. So obviously the UNCCD is not the only institution that is thinking about how to best support you in these endeavors. So in our work collaborating also with the UNCCD, specifically under the Great Green Wall, so that, well, at the moment is targeted specifically at the countries that Omar, Usman and Colette are from. But the idea of the Great Green Wall is also coming to SADC, Moeli. So we are looking how to pool our resources also with a lot of different actors that are coming in at a regional scale to basically capitalize on the ideas that are happening on the ground. So under a new program that we have, which is called Knowledge for Great Green Wall Action, we're coming together specifically with the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and another organization called C4E, which is the Center for Forestry Research and World Agroforestry. And we're looking specifically for ideas that can support the Great Green Wall. Now, you know that the Great Green Wall has become somewhat of a green deal for the Sahel and the Horn of Africa. So it's not only limited to what Omar is doing, which is tree planting, but very much has also expanded into every single solution that you presented today. And there we're in the early stages to also see how we can best support that. So we will soon have an innovation fund also running, where we'll be in close conversation also obviously with Desertec from the UNCCD. So just to, also let you know that I think there's quite a lot of actors regionally and globally that are there interested and supported. So even if there's a day sometimes where, I've also got friends that are entrepreneurs, and I know that sometimes it can be quite daunting to, for a while not get the funding that you need to move to the next stage, but to just know that the money is to a certain extent there. I think, it comes down to making the connections, and I think an opportunity like COP is one of those. So I'm glad to have also witnessed your presentations. I hope to take your contacts, and back to you. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Niklas Gottman from EU INTPA, for your intervention. That was indeed an impromptu intervention. Thank you so much. May I ask you all to join for a group photo, and invite you for our next event, which will be on the Youth4Land event will be on Friday from noon to 1:30, and you are all invited to join us online and on site. Thank you. So please join for the photo.